One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Louisville Cardinals, taking on a team from the SEC, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Will put it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. RPO complete to open the drive. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
After that last completion, it's 2nd down. It's a draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Looking to throw for it. Finds his tight end. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the 1st down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch. Awesome job, and now you've set up fourth down.
Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
The play-action fake. Here comes the heat. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. They work that running game down to the 34. Let's give him 3 on the carry.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running a football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They feed him again. He works his way down to the 30-yard line before he stopped a gain of 3. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. Quick release by the QB. Turning it on. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal kicker can step away from the net and go sit down and grab some water. They're not going to need him just quite yet. That was a great play call. Throwing the ball on 3rd and short in field goal range. They get the completion, now setting up 1st and goal.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Quarterback sneak trying to get a push. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take... field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Rides the back on the option to give. Past the first down marker and still running.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. When they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Flips it out on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Lining up to convert 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. They bring him down at the 44-yard line. It'll be 4th down, but this might be prime go-for-it territory. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Gonna run it. It's Briggs. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Well, that play was supposed to go to the outside.
Well, and the defense knew that too. They saw the sweep right away, got to the outside, understood where the ball was trying to go. Listen, if you put those guys in a cage and you set an edge really hard, make that sweep that's designed where everybody's blocking out wide to go back inside, that's a win for the defense.
To the air, it's Jeffrey. Here's the pressure. Across the 35. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Now, on the 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the 1st down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The toss to the right. They get him off his feet after a pickup of 5 down to the 25. That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Here comes the option. The pitch. breaks into the open. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Great job by the back on the option. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And the single one! He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Fires to the tight end. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here in the game.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 40. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Louisville. The defense putting points on the board. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really needed to get points on this drive to sort of steady the ship. Pressure coming, and he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
Throws to the back. He's got him this time. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reed.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got some room to run at the 30. He'll be stopped, but not big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And how about this? You get to start a drive with a 1st and goal. He'll pull it on the read. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
The offense thought they had a good look to run that play into with the QB, but there's just an example of a defender winning his one-on-one battle and making a tremendous play. Great effort by that guy.
Trying play action. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
They'll move the wide receiver. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Splits the uprights. Good. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down. LSU right back to the line.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Got his man. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quickly complete. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He has the 1st and still on his feet. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a 1st down. Oh, and here they go again. 1st down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Might as well give it to him again. Fights off a defender. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, missed the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Touchdown, Tigers! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
Man, nice job getting the passing game going. This is big, man. Going into the half, and listen, I know you're trailing, but building some momentum. Maybe this 2nd half we can keep airing the football out, cutting into this deficit, and who knows what the heck will happen.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's not going to take the touchback. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They go to the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Cardinals can really attack on this 2nd and short. Off the play fake. Lets it fly. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
This coaching staff has really done a nice job marrying the play-action game to their running game. That looked like that was going to be a run. Everything in that play said they're running the ball downhill. At the last second, quarterback pulled the football, and he was able to complete the throw.
It's a draw. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He'll keep it himself. Breaks the tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And the Cardinals will have it 1st and 10. They'll send the back in motion. Looking for a man. It's Jeffrey. Fires left. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Got the 1st down and still on his feet. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
And running the option is so important for that quarterback, man. Making the right decision. Nice job sucking the defense in, pitching the football, and then look at that. The extra yards, he gets the rest. Nice 3rd down conversion.
The Cardinals pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finished the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the 1st half. Going to the ground. At the 35, he's loose. It's a seam wide open. Big pickup on the ground into plus territory, and they get him out of bounds at the 41.
Busting big runs like this this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And he's going to bring this one out. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Dropping back, it's Jeffrey. Quick strike complete. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Defense just didn't have an answer there on the slant throw. Once the completion was made, they just couldn't get to the ball carrier and get him down on the ground.
Wants to throw on first down. He's looking deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Off play action. Pocket breaking down. This time on target. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Motion from the wideout. Give to the running back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
On the snap, it's Ferguson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound, no matter who gets the football. We're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
This drive facing a little adversity on 2nd and 11. Now the play fake. Got his man on the right. Turning it on. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter they come out and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And the Cardinals come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll move the tight end. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Everybody loves those trick plays, man, those misdirections. But the problem is when you stay home and you play the play really disciplined and sound like this defense does, you knock it dead. And a lot of times for a loss and put the offense in a bind.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Back to throw, it's Jeffrey. Finds his big tight end. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
This is kind of like Vegas and gambling. You got a big completion there on 3rd down. You've set up 4th. You could take the field goal and take the easy money, but you might decide to roll the dice here, stay on the field, and go for it on 4th down, hoping to get a touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Cincinnati. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. Breaks into the open. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
A lot of times when you go to the stat sheet after the game, defenses are going to look at explosive plays. Like, we're taught to be top down, stay deep, don't give up those big plays, make them earn it all the way down the field. Bad job giving up the big play in the passing game.
Here we go. Looking to throw on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch.
It's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're
snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
They'll line up to go for two. He's looking to pass. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looks like he's going to bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A strike downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. That's the end of the quarter, and Louisville has the edge. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. They'll leave it with him. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Looking to throw, it's Jeffrey. Grabbed over the middle, it's Golden. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Toss to the outside. Nowhere to run, and down he goes after losing 6.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside and making the big tackle.
They'll try to pop the draw. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Jeffrey. Bringing the heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down.
It's really frustrating because you're fighting. You know you have to get the ball back to your offense. You're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and then he goes and does something like that. Just pulls the rabbit out of the hat, makes the play, gets the first down. I got to try to stay focused. Man, I got to get this ball back to my offense.
The Cardinals will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
They want that clock to run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So this field goal, and it's a fake. They fake it, pitch it to the tight end. And they thought they could pull off the surprise. Well, the surprise was on them. A stop. I know they wanted to be aggressive, throw caution to the wind. They might have been better off playing it safe there. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with it now.
Under fire. He's going to take off. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Right on the money. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. Wants to adjust the pattern. Off play action on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Pulls it and fires to the left. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open, and he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches, so I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Oh, he's got some space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. A fresh set of downs after that 4th down conversion, but still the up-tempo as they get to the line quickly. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, the windows right now to throw into are getting smaller and smaller. How about the defender that time breaking on the ball? It was the hit that caused the injury.
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, I love being an edge player late in the ball game. You got the lead. You know it's a pass. They got to throw the football to get back in it. Flying off the edge. They can't block him. They can't stop him, and he gets the sack.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes along.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence, and it's really important for these players to go out, work hard in practice, and see that hard work really pay itself off on game day. This is a team that's really starting to believe in itself.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.